Everyone down in Owosso liked Christmas a lot. But the Grinch, who lived cramped in the basement, did not. The Grinch hated Christmas, Christmas Eve to be exact. No one quite knows the reason, but it is a well-known fact. It could be, perhaps, that his boots were too tight. It could be his head wasn't screwed on just right. But I think that the most likely reason for this was he didn't understand the true meaning of Christmas. So he stood there on the eve, hating tradition. It irked him each year just to stand by and listen. As years went by, it happened again and again, while the Grinch sat alone and watched spiteful from his den.
And they're hanging their decorations!
He snarled with a sneer.
Tonight's Christmas Eve! It's practically here!
Then he growled with his Grinch fingers nervously drumming.
I must find some way to keep Christmas Eve from coming. Tonight it all happens. They come to this place. They dress up, take pictures, and have smiles on their face. And then they'll do something I hate most of all. All of First Church, the tall and the small. They'll stand close together with Christmas candles bright. They'll stand in a circle and they'll sing Silent Night. And they'll sing and they'll sing and they'll sing, sing, sing.
And the more the Grinch thought of this Christmas carol sing, the more the Grinch thought,
I must stop this whole thing!
Then he got an idea. An awful idea he had.
I'll go steal their precious candles, and then they'll be sad.
And he chuckled and clucked.
Buck, buck, buck. What a great Grinchy trick. Now put on my Santa hat, and I'll go snatch them up quick.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really cannot feel. You misunderstand the message. You think you're right to steal, Mr. Grinch. You're a peanut butter, tuna, and grapefruit sandwich with horseradish sauce. The church hallways were dark. No one knew he was there. All the people were home dreaming sweet dreams without care. So he slipped up the staircase, and when he reached the top stair, he realized the candles could be anywhere.
Oh, those candles could be anywhere,
he said to himself.
They could be down low, hidden well, or they could be high up on a shelf. Where to search, where to look? I've just got to start. No matter, I'll find them, 'cause I'm very smart.
He searched in the nursery, but only found toys. Then he searched in the bathrooms, both girls and boys. To the kitchen he went, making oh so much clatter. And he rummaged around, spilling chips and pancake batter. Then he slithered and slunk. What a weird snaky vandal. But he just wouldn't stop till he had every candle. He made his way through to the church storage room. When he opened the door, Christmas Eve met its doom. For there sat the boxes full of wicks and of wax, and just in that moment, he was caught in his tracks.
What are you doing, Mr. Grinch?
Said a voice soft and so sweet. He turned, looked around, and then saw by his feet.
Why are you taking the Christmas candles? Why?
The Grinch paused and stared, then thought up a lie.
Why, my sweet little tot,
He said to her, leaning.
all these candles are dirty, and they need some cleaning. So I'm taking them home to my workshop, my dear. I will clean them up there, and I will bring them back here.
And his fib fooled the child. Then he patted her head, and he got her a drink, and sent her home to her bed. So he grabbed for the boxes, he was now out of sight, and went back to his den for a dark Christmas night. Then the Grinch eagerly waited for the people to come with their spirits deflated.
They'll show up through effect, and no smiles will I see. For without Christmas lights, no joy can there be. They're coming. I must disappear, and with no candles, no songs will I hear.
As the Grinch listened, a sound started to rise. It wasn't a sad song, there were no tears in their eyes. They sang joy to the world, with their smiles gladly gleaming.
They are still happy and glad, despite my great scheming.
All who had gathered, the tall and the small, were singing without any candles at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas Eve from coming, it came. Somehow or other, it came just the same. He puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe the candles don't cause this behavior. Maybe the joy comes from Jesus the Savior. All of these years spent pondering this candlelight glee, only to find what's been missing in me.
The light of the world shining bright through these people, each heart points to God like a church with a steeple. And what happened then? His heart started to sway. And he knelt down with Jesus and started to pray. Then he ran up the stairs with the candles in hand. If I hurry, he thought, they can sing like they planned. So hurry he did, and he tripped as he trotted, so happy to see his heart no more knotted.
I'll give them the candles, and then they can sing.
And just in that moment, the door opened with a fling.
Mr. Grinch!
I'm sorry, it just wasn't right. But now I brought your candles, so you can all sing Silent Night.
Oh, Mr. Grinch, we are so glad that you're here. But please stop this rhyming. I'm a pastor, not a poet. I can't keep up this timing.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Would you please tell these people and me what these candles really represent? The light of the world, Jesus Christ.
Well, I will do that if you do me a favor. Could you help the men pass out the candles to all the people so that we can light candles and sing Silent Night in just a little bit?
Well, of course.
Okay, thank you. Let's hear it for Mr. Grinch. As our new friend just realized, the joy of Christmas is that Jesus is the light of the world. In John chapter 8, he said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will always have the light of life. You don't have to walk in darkness. Whatever it is that you may be bearing that's hanging heavy on you, you don't have to walk through that alone.